Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Yes, sir.
We all be on here, brother Deke Pope, Elder Baba Deke Pope. How you doing today, sir?
Doing extremely well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I can't complain. I'm still around.
Yeah.
I want to ask you 50 years later, we are at the I Am a Man Plaza. I Am a Man Plaza.
Yes.
Dedication one night is April 5th, 2018. What are your thoughts as a Memphian and an activist, as somebody who knows and understands the history and our role in this whole thing? What are your thoughts today?
What are my thoughts? Well, the first thought I have is that we need to define who we are, what our purpose is, and where we're going. And the reason I stated it that way because I was a little concerned about the overall motto given by the Civil Rights Museum and the city, and that motto is where do we go from here? To me, that means we're asking the same question 50 years later that we asked in 1969. Where do we go from here? We ought to be given the answer of where we're heading, how we're going to do it, and what the plan is moving forward. So that is my major concern. I'm also happy to see the participation of both old and young people in all the activities that have been going on for the last few days. So I'm happy with that. I'm just talking to people now, getting them to be interested in looking at the language that we use. We have to be extremely accurate on the language that we use, especially dealing with the direction that we're headed in.
Thank you. Wow. So I know I talked to some young people and stuff. A lot of them they are discouraged about the situation in Memphis now. Some people believe that the situation in Memphis now is worse now than it was 50 years ago. What are your thoughts about,
Well, this is their world, and they're maturing to a point from young people to adulthood. So they are going to be the future parents, teachers, workers, and it's incumbent upon them to begin to tell us what is needed. Incumbent upon them to begin to make the changes that are necessary to have a better world to live in. I'm dependent heavily on the young people. I'm extremely proud of the young people that I see down there in Florida at 16, 17, 18 years old, speaking like a 50-year-old adult with highly intelligent focus on what's going on and making the promise that they're not going to quit regardless of who tries to stop them.
But what about the fact that some people might feel, I know I talked to people and say, well, are we celebrating the death of Dr. King, a family man who died before he was 40 years old, and the sanitation workers they're still complaining about some of the same issues that they had 50 years ago?
I encourage people to move past celebrating. It's all right to commemorate Dr. King and the activities that he was involved in, and even remember his crucifixion. And I use the language of crucifixion because wherever crucifixion takes place, resurrection must also take place. So we ought to be in the paradigm now of resurrection as opposed to crucifixion, because that's already taken place. 50 years later, we ought to be a little bit further along, a whole lot further along than we are now.
Brother Deke, do you have any other closing words or thoughts you'd like to share?
Well, again, it's the young people that we need to be talking to, and I just want to let them know that the more I see them and in the intelligence that they are producing and exhibiting, it adds years to my life.
About meeting Dr. King with Reverend Lawson, can you tell me a little bit about that?
How are you doing? During this time, this was in '68, actually just before the march, the first march in Memphis. There was a concern of some of the leaders that we as students had not taken hold to the theory or the notion of nonviolent direct action, because we were willing to fight. And so the leaders called us as students, especially those student leaders at Memphis State University, and of course some at Lemoyne too, to come and meet with Dr. King at Centenary, at Reverend James Lawson's church. And they met with us and they told us and took us through exercises on how to be nonviolent. And of course we accepted it with reservation, but we knew that it was important to at least be a part of that activity that was going on. Every time they would have a march, you know, they would always call on students, because students always lead every revolution. And we were in the first march probably about 15 or 20 rows behind the front as students, representatives. And then of course we were always on the scene down around the downtown area as students, doing what we could to participate in all of the activities.
Like Dr. King as a man, like meeting him, like you got the iconic and historic and the legendary. What was he like to meet as a man?
Well,
was he extraordinary to you when you first? I mean,
no, he was not extraordinary. He's simply a man that was filled with the spirit, first of all, of God. You could see that and feel that in him. But at the same time, as ones who attempt to learn about our world, we saw and discovered that he was also a highly intelligent man, filled with the knowledge of great scholars that went way back before him. But he was able to give us the benefit of the scholarly information moving forward. Aristotle, Plato, Aristophanes. So I personally put Dr. King on the same level as the Mother Teresa or Mahatma Gandhi or Plato or Aristotle. Dr. King, in my opinion, is that kind of man based on the scholarly representation that he gave us.
Thank you, brother Deke. The words of great to go to. We love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.